What's up, beautiful people? Padres take another series. This time it's in Texas. We always have some success in Texas. Take 2 out of 3 from the Rangers. Game 1 was a dud. We're not going to even care about that game. We rifle them Rangers. David Peralta, the unlikely hero in Game 2. Michael King has just been sensational. Some killer, nasty stuff from him. The bullpen seems to be coming alive again. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Profar and El Nino are all-stars. Way to go on voting them in. They absolutely deserve it. Starting for the All-Star game, although Nino might not be able to because he might go on the IL. And then we'll look at the series coming up against Arizona, a crucial series back at home for our boys. Anytime we play those division rivals, we need to try and come up with 2 out of 3. We'll take a look at the last series and look at that one coming up right now. Let's do this. I know I've said it for 20 plus years, but I got a feeling this is the year. God, Tatis is such a sexy guy. Keep the faith, baby.
1 year soon, the baseball gods will smile on the San Diego Padres, and we will have a parade.
Stay vibrant, Friar Faithful.
And now your handsome host, Beto Diaz on Friar Field Talk.
So jumping right back into it, Padres take 2 out of 3 against the Rangers. Some really greedy, good wins for our boys. Game 2, a come from behind win. Just some really, really good stuff for our boys. Let's go ahead and take a look at the games here. Obviously, Game 1, we're going to take a total of about 10 seconds to look at it. Dylan Cease was absolutely shit. He didn't even go 4 innings. He allowed 6 earned runs. Looked really bad from the start. His slider was up in the zone. He had 3-2 counts almost every single batter he was facing. No confidence in his fastball or slider at all. Some really crappy stuff from Cease. Do want to go over his numbers a little bit though. He's really cooled off since May 16th. Some really bad numbers for him. He has a 6.06 ERA, which is the second worst in baseball. A 1.46 WHIP, which is the fifth worst in baseball. And he's allowed 24 extra base hits, which has been the most in baseball since May 16th. Cease, I really do think it's got to be a confidence thing. He seems to really not want to go inside to batters. And I've always noticed in the past, he's never really gone inside to anybody. It's really, really weird, especially since he has a 99-mile-per-hour fastball. If he goes inside on some lefties and righties, they're going to get absolutely crossed. There's no way they're going to hit that ball. But definitely seems like a confidence thing for Dylan Cease. I am confident that he's going to figure it out, though. It has been a kind of a bad month for Cease, but I do think he has the stuff. Obviously, he has a nasty slider and some really good stuff when his control is on. Definitely needs to work on some of his mechanics a little bit. Obviously, evident here from the get-go against Texas. Allows the 2 runs early there to Nathan Lowe off a home run. He ends up getting him back again later in the game. Really abysmal game all around. Our bats were fucking dead. Bryce Johnson and Solano were the only hits in this game. 2 hits from the start. Really miserable game. If we want to look at a plus, our bullpen, Davis, the new call-up, he's the only one that allowed 1 run. So other than that, we did hold them scoreless until the 9th inning, starting from the 5th there. But just a really bad game for our boys, and we're going to decide to move on fairly quickly. Second game, a lot funner. Padres win this game 6-4. Morejon gets the win. Morejon continues to pitch super well. I think he's definitely found a spot in that bullpen. Seems like every time we call on him nowadays, he gets the job done. Does sometimes look a little shaky with the control and allows maybe a runner or 2 to get on with the walks. I'm sure his walk to strikeout rate has to be a little bit better, but has shown some really good dominant shit. Unlike Cease, he is not afraid to go inside to batters, especially righties. He goes up and high inside with a high fastball velocity rate. Padres win this game 6-4. Let's go ahead and take a look of how we got things rolling. Machado stays hot, gets us on the board really quickly here. Top of the 3rd, still scoreless game, 0-0, runner on first and Cronenworth. Machado doesn't try to do too much against John Gray, which he seems to have done in the past. Line drive to left center field, gets over the wall. That kid over there is happy. He's jumping up and down. I'm jumping up and down. John Gray's not really happy about it. Padres take a quick 2-0 lead here in the 3rd with the Tatis hat. The little boy's going crazy. After going high and inside there from Machado, don't think it was intentional. He lost control of his fastball, but makes him pay on the very next pitch. Some really good stuff from Machado. Gives the Korean, I love you. Unfortunately, the Padres do give up the lead once again. After going up 2-0 the very next inning, Major does allow 3 runs to come in. Major, I mean, a lot of people talking shit about Major, and honestly, what I've seen from him, He's gotten able to get out of some jams. He is allowing 3 to 4 runs, maybe even 5 runs a game, but he's getting to the 5th inning most of the time. He's keeping us competitive. The way our bats are, the way we keep aligning hits together, stringing up hits with almost the most hits in baseball, I'm not too crazy mad about him. I mean, for a 5th rotation spot with all the injuries we've had with Darvish and with Musgrove, he could be better, and I think there's got to be maybe a better option. I said the same thing about Waldron earlier in the year. I'm not too mad about it. I think he's keeping us competitive, although he does not seem to have some really good stuff. He's still young. He's got to find it out. I feel like a couple of more starts might do him well. I don't see the Padres going after Crochet. For whatever reason, I just don't think he's going to throw as many innings as we think he's going to. It seems like he's already on a limitation with Chicago, and I know the asking price has got to be high. They're probably going to ask for our new DeVerish kid, who's 16 or 17 years old, just broke with the Padres, who seems to have #1 prospect shit. I really hope they don't get rid of him or Ethan Salas. I have to feel like Salas has to be off the table in any sort of trades. But I'm not too mad about Major here. Going to stop really quickly and look at his stats for this game. He goes 4 innings, allows 7 hits, 5 earned runs, and 4 Ks. 7 hits, obviously pretty high. Oops, you guys couldn't see that. I'm so sorry. 4 hits are a little high, but I'm not too terribly mad about it. For the 5th spot in the rotation, you seem like almost every major league team has this problem with this 5th spot. So we kind of just align ourselves with that. But he keeps us in the game. He does allow the runs to come in, though, for Texas to take a 4-2 lead. After that, we do come back and storm back. Jackson Merrill keeps it going, stays hot. I mean, how many times have we kept talking about Jackson Merrill? 2-2 count here with 2 outs, runners on 2nd and 3rd. A huge spot in the game with LeCarrick up. Tries to go outside, and Merrill just doesn't try to do too much. Ball goes to the 3rd base line, and a run comes in. That makes a 4-3 game. Really good piece of hitting there from Merrill. I mean, I can say it over and over again. The kid is just fantastic. He honestly should have been involved in the All-Star conversation because he's almost in top 4 in WRC+, and a lot of different categories for starting outfielders. Obviously, I've talked about it before. Just snags over the base right there to keep it foul. That's a crazy, crazy angle. Unbelievable. But some good stuff there. In the 6th, though, that's all we score. Arias comes back up. Someone has been saying, I've seen a lot of people say that he's not a clutch hitter. He only comes up. He only gets hits in the beginning of the order, and he doesn't bring anybody in. 0-2 count here with 1 out, 4-3 lead. Obviously, the runner on 2nd there. He comes through big, doesn't try to do too much. The runner is running, going to 3rd. Kim scores easily. Padres tie this game up 4-4 on the 6th. You're starting to think, dang, we're stringing some hits together. Arias is coming through. Merrill's coming through. Who's going to be the big guy? Is it going to be Manny? Is it going to be Profar? Is it going to be our All-Stars? And no, unlikely hero who I said I was done with seeing after one of those games against Washington. David Peralta comes through huge and absolutely big, and the biggest moment in his Padre career. Top of the 7th, runner on 1st, Dunning in now with 22 pitches. Obviously, he can go long relief for the Rangers. He's been a starter in the past. 1-1 count, 1 out. Peralta doesn't do too much with it. Goes with the ball to right field. A huge home run. Sends it to the bullpen in Texas. He's fired the fuck up. I'm fired the fuck up. You're fired the fuck up. What a hit for David Peralta. He gives us the 6-4 lead, and the bullpen does its fucking job. Another thing I want to talk about, Padres win this game 6-4. The bullpen has come alive. This road series, they only allowed that 1 earned run, like I was saying in the first game. Davis with a kind of the long relief guy from AAA. He allows the 1 run, and that's all the bullpen allows. The bullpen does fantastic here. Matsui goes 1 1/3, allows no runs off 1 hit. Morejon allows 1 2, goes 1 2/3, gets the W for us off the 1K with no walks here. Estrada comes in and throws some absolute cheese and cheddar, doesn't allow a run. And of course, Bobby El Fuego Suarez comes in and knocks down the door. Padres get the win 6-4, his 21st save of the year. He's got to be an all-star. I'm hoping once that all the voting and shit is done, and once the starters are done, all that stuff, which it is now, the managers will come out and vote him in because he definitely deserves it. Has shown some elite shit, spotting that 1.05 ERA. Bobby El Fuego Suarez does great. Game 3, just as fun. Mad Max on the bump for the Rangers, but we've shown some really good success against him in our last 7 games. Had knocked him around for close to a 4-point ERA. He does end up going 7, but we get some really good timely hits. The star of this game, Donovan Solano. I just said, been a crazy pickup for the Padres. How many times have we seen people we pick up just be absolutely miserable? But Donovan Solano was not one of them. Tie game here, 0-0. Pitchers duel. Michael King pitches a fantastic game this game. 2-2 count here in the fourth inning against Scherzer with 2 outs nonetheless. Runner on third. We try to get him over. And Solano doesn't do too much. Takes an inside ball that doesn't have much break, and sends it to the left field corner. Profar scores. Solano goes to second. A huge clutch piece of hitting from Donovan Solano, who seems to have that clutch gene in him. Look at that fastball that doesn't have much movement over too much of the plate on the inside part. Solano doesn't try to do too much with it and sends it to left. Gets us on the board, 1-0. And this pitchers duels types of game, you got to feel like these are the games that, like, damn, 1 or 2 runs can decide it. Obviously, we only scored 3, but 3 was enough to get the dub. Profar adds on. The former Texas #1 pick just goes absolutely insane to right field here. Off of Scherzer again. That ball had zero movement on whatsoever. Profar sends it to right field. Your starting left fielder for the All-Star game. We've talked about Profar all year long. The guy's a fucking stud. He's done so well for our boys. The vibes are immaculate. You absolutely love to see it. That makes it a 2-0 game. King does get into a little bit of trouble in the 6th. Does allow the 1 run, but limits him to that. Padres do then score again off a sac fly from Ha-Seong Kim, who has also really picked it up lately. Some really good situational hitting and hard hit balls. His barrel rate percentage has gone up a lot over the last 2 weeks, almost upticked of 7%. So really good things to see from Ha-Seong Kim. Obviously had been struggling a lot to start the year, but obviously a really, really good showing for Michael King again. We should show some video of Michael King stuff because he was really on it here against Texas. Was able to get out of trouble really easily. Strikes out 5. Let's go and play it for you. Has been really good for our boys. You know, he's got that elite shit with that sweeper on the right side of the plate, and his fastball is two-seam with the movement. His location has been really good when he does get people out. Has had some problems going to the 6th inning, obviously with a high pitch count rate almost every game, but does really well. Makes Adolis Garcia look foolish right there. It seems like he's one of those pitchers, once he gets in a groove, he's really in a fucking groove. Looked really, really good today or yesterday against Texas. Happy 4th, y'all. I'm not sure if Texas liked that 4th of July too much down there in Global Life Field. Is that the name of the field? I can't even remember what the goddamn name of that field is anymore. Anyways, damn Cowboys took it real good. We take 2 out of 3 against the Rangers. An elite road trip for our boys. We take 4 out of 6 on the road against the Red Sox and the Rangers. Some beautiful, beautiful stuff. You love to fucking see it. Back to 5 games over 5. Let's hope we can keep things going. A crucial homestand for our boys. Home for the next 9 games. We start this next series against the Diamondbacks. Today on the bump for us, we have Randy Vasquez. He's going against Slade Ciccone. Ciccone has looked really crappy. He spots a 94-mile-per-hour fastball and an 85-mile-per-hour slider. It's a kind of a 2-pitch arsenal. He does throw a changeup and a curve, but doesn't use it very much. His pitch arsenal is very slim. So hopefully we can keep the bats hot. Let's take this series against the Snakes. I am starting to believe, boys, you're getting to the time of the season now where you're like, in July, usually we're like, oh, fuck, man, these are the dog days. But you're almost like, oh my God, you wake up like, I can't wait to watch the Padres play today. Like, oh my God, I can't make plans. I got to watch our boys play. And that's how it feels right now. Some really good stuff from our boys. Let's keep it up. A good June. Let's keep going in July. First week of July has been fantastic. I hope to see a lot of you at the games. Pack Petco Park. Stay beautiful. Stay vibrant. I love talking Padres baseball with y'all. 6:40 game tonight. 3-game series against the division rival Diamondbacks. A huge series. So pack them seats. Watch at the bar. Watch at home. Tell a friend. Tell your neighbor. 5 games over 5. Padres playing good baseball. Take advantage of it. Who knows how long it's going to last. I'll see y'all later. Hopefully jumping on. If not Monday, jumping earlier if there's a crazy, crazy game. I'll talk to y'all later. Stay vibrant. Go Padres, baby.